Our visit begins at the shuttle stop, near the car park. The shuttle itself is free, though parking isn't. Queues can be long, but move pretty quickly. You can also walk, which takes around 35 minutes. The shuttle takes around 10 minutes. After getting off the bus, you get a great view of the island. Mont Saint-Michel was built as a monastery on a rocky island. It's completely surrounded by water at high tide. It started as a quiet religious retreat, but eventually turned into a major pilgrimage spot, and later an impenetrable fortress, which was never successfully conquered. You enter the commune through a 15th century fortified gateway, which forms part of the defensive structure built to protect the island. The Grand Rue is a narrow cobbled street lined with souvenir shops, cafes and restaurants. Historically, it was used by pilgrims heading up to the Abbey. You can still spot the original half-timbered and stone facades of medieval inns that have stood here for centuries. There are a number of hotels and guest houses here. Staying overnight gives a quieter experience, especially after us day trippers have left. Outside of Paris, Mont Saint-Michel is the most visited tourist site in France, attracting around 3 million tourists a year. The walk up to the Abbey includes winding streets and staircases. The Mont Saint-Michel Abbey is situated at the summit of the island, around 80 meters above sea level. Tickets for the Abbey can be purchased in advance. We didn't pre-book. Fortunately, our queue was much quicker, but we might just have got lucky. Either option should be fine. Construction of the Abbey began about 1,000 years ago and was developed to completion by the 16th century. It's considered to be one of the wonders of the Western world. Once at the top, the views are spectacular. The Abbey and the island are forged together so seamlessly, it feels like something from a Disney or fantasy story. The Abbey includes Romanesque and Gothic features. It was constructed directly on the granite rock as the island's highest point. monks who lived here followed the rule of Saint Benedict, which emphasized prayer, work, and study. Beside the Upper Abbey is the cloister, a covered walkway surrounding a central garden. It served as a place for silent reflection for the monks who once lived there. Next to the cloister is the refectory, the monks' dining hall. Meals were taken in silence, while religious texts were read aloud. The Abbey's foundation is attributed to Saint Aubert, who claimed that the Archangel Michael instructed him to build a sanctuary on the mount. Beneath the refectory is the guests' hall. This space was used to receive important visitors, including nobility and religious dignitaries. The Chapel of Mary Magdalene was built as a private chapel for the rich and powerful. Nearby lies the crypt of the Grand Pillars, a 15th century structural chamber built to support the massive weight above. During the French Revolution, the Abbey was turned into a prison. This large wooden wheel was once operated by prisoners who walked inside it. It was used to hoist supplies by chain to the Abbey using a pulley system. The monks' promenade was used as an internal passageway. It takes you to the Knights' Hall. This was where senior monks worked and studied. It features rib-vaulted ceilings and slender columns in an early Gothic style. After leaving the Abbey, visitors descend along the ancient stone ramparts that wrap around the island, offering sweeping views of the bay below. The North Tower is one of Mont Saint-Michel's key defensive structures, built in the 15th century during the 100 Years' War to protect against English attacks. The Bay of Mont Saint-Michel has some of the highest tides in Europe, with shifts of up to 14 meters between low and high tide. Cafes and restaurants line the village and outer walls. offering local dishes like crepes, seafood and omelettes, as well as desserts. The Church of Saint-Pierre is a small parish church dating from the 15th century. It remains in use and offers a quieter, less visited experience. For us, it was already time to return to ground level before saying goodbye to the island. Most visits to Mont Saint-Michel last between 3 and 5 hours, depending on pace and crowd levels. If you enjoyed this tour, please subscribe for more travel videos. There are more on the way. And thank you for watching.